Okay, so we're going to have an interesting segment to the show right now before we have our second panel session. And this one is called Gen Z Interaction. I have no idea what it's about, but at least I have an idea of the people that are going to handle this. So please, let's make welcome the governorship aspirant. That is how I choose to introduce him now. The next incoming governor of Gombe State, Mr. Prince Daniel Aboki, and the incoming, I don't know if he's first lady or governor's daughter. Please, let's make welcome Peace David. Both of them are going to handle, let's clap for her now. You're welcome, sir.
All right, thank you, Ali B. Okay, so I'm not a Gen Z. As a matter of fact, I'm ancestral. So if you were thinking that I was coming here as a Gen Z, you can as well just say you were wrong. Because you could see how the Gen Z climbed the stage, like majestically. And you know the Gen Zs are usually misunderstood. True or yes? True. But the argument is that some said their thought is too fast for our generation to catch up with. Whereas another set of thought said our generation is too slow to catch up with the Gen Zs. So we're going to have this conversation. And the Gen Z age starts from 1997. That's 2 years before Nigeria's return to democracy. So technically, anyone under the age of 25? 25? 26?
All the same.
27? 28? 20 what? 29? 29 are elder statesmen now. Okay, so it's the conversation we're going to have. Peace, how are you?
I'm very well.
And we're going to sit wall apart. Because it's like an ancestor and a descendant.
Well, that's by the way. Umwaka clock it. Umwaka clock it. I'm not hearing you. Umwaka clock it. And that's on what? That's on what? Bam, when I get it right. So, like he has said, we are doing something very interesting, and I want it to be very interactive. We cannot allow them to, speak their mind, and we are not doing the same thing, right? And oftentimes, like you said, we are being misunderstood about everything. And by the way, you look good, sir. So. Thank
you. And you look good too.
I always do.
So you see? So see what I was saying? You look good. You look good. I said, thank you. Courtesy, right? You look good and you said?
Yes, now, and that's on what? Thank you very much. We always look good.
Please, Alibi, what are they saying? What are they saying? Because when she said man and clock it, I was thinking it's Omugo people. Clock it. How is it?
Just like this.
Like this?
Exactly. Clock it. And you can just do period.
Period?
Yeah, period. Yeah. Thank you. So, this very interaction, we want 2 persons that would come up to interact with us as we proceed. We want a Gen Z and a millennial to come, please.
Yeah, Gen Z that can talk, oh.
Gen Z will get sharp mouths like me, I beg. You can come up.
Yes, and we also want to welcome our dear mommy, Mrs. Lois Olowo, to also come. So it's going to be Gen Z versus ancestors. I'll not be the only ancestor here. So the idea of this is that why we introduce this with the approval of our Oga, the convener, Mr. Ola, is because we just don't seem to understand each other. And most of the things Gen Zs do, I think, to us, is highly disrespectful.
How? What do you mean?
Okay, so you come here and you say to me that I'm looking good. And I said, thank you. And I said, you are looking good. And you said, you always do. Is it that I don't look good always?
Well, that's also courtesy, right? Thank you. That's also courtesy.
What color of courtesy is that?
I always do. You don't need to say it every...
No. Because on my own, I make sure I look good.
Well, I always do.
I make sure I look good.
I always do.
Yeah, you look at my shoe, Igbo Road by Market. Yeah, looking good, package. Then you say, thank you, courtesy. And then you say, I always do. What if I said, I always do?
It's still part of courtesy. I always do. It's me trying to tell you thank you. And you don't really need to tell a Gen Z that you really look good because we have mirrors in our house. Abby, thank you.
Okay, so
you don't need to say it.
Technically, we are wasting time complimenting Gen Zs.
You can compliment if you want to, but we know we look good. That's just it. We don't wait for validation like the millennials do, Abby. Clock it. That's it, my dear.
Ma, if they say clock it, what are we going to do?
Any Gen Z, please, you can just come up from the COP member, anyone, please.
This is going to be like a debate. Oh. It's not only me that will come and...
I beg, if you get sharp mouth, come, I beg. Bodies what? Bodies what? Na line, na hot akamu. Come on, please. So there's always this thing about the millennials. They think they know it all, right? But they don't realize that we know it all too. Like, we might actually have different perspective about certain things, but that doesn't mean that we don't know it. It's just the fact that we do things differently in the new age way, right? So they need to get to understand that we are different, yes, but we also have the intelligence as they do. The fact that they believe in herbal, we also believe in the hospital, the medical kind of thing. Because most times our parents will be like, oh, you have malaria, oh yeah, take this agbo. And then we'll be like, no, I don't want to take agbo, let's go to the hospital. And they feel like they know it all because they feel the agbo will work well. And then when you take the agbo, what happens, please? I know the young one now, what happens? Thank you.
Okay. I don't even know where to start, sincerely. Like Aboki has mentioned, as an ancestor, right? Yeah. Am I right? I think this is where patience comes in. Yes. This is where patience comes in. The ancestors or your forefathers, they did it the way they knew how to do it. And you are doing it the way, you can't disagree with their own way, and they should not also disagree with the way you are doing it. So I think with patience, we can come to the center of it and accept and tolerate one another. That's all I can say for now.
But sorry, in a situation whereby you're trying to explain...
They will always talk, oh.
In a situation whereby you are trying to explain yourself further, just like you said, we need to come to a level of patience and understanding, right? And then you're trying to tell your parent that you want this for yourself, you want that for yourself, and your parent is disagreeing. Why, this is actually what you want. And your parent is disagreeing with you because of that's what you want. They want you to do what they want.
Yes, so because the parents, I think the parents know, okay, I'm not thinking. The parents know better what is good for you than you do, right?
Not every time now. Abby?
Oh, okay, so what do you think? What do you think?
I personally think that children should do what they want. They need guidance from their parents.
Do what they want. We didn't do what we wanted, though. We didn't do what we wanted, so nobody is coming to do what he wants. Watago?
Yes, sir. So, let me put an instance. Let's say I want to be a medical doctor.
Okay, order. Thank you.
I want to be a medical
Push the mic.
I want to be a medical doctor, and my dad wants me to be to study mass comm. So I go to study mass comm and then I fail all my courses and I come back home. Whose fault is it?
It's your fault now. Who says
It's
you
not my
fail?
fault. It's not my fault because I've told my dad this is what I have interest in.
Yes.
And he says, "Mba, you're not going to do what you want, not
Okay.
under my roof." And then I go out of your roof and do what you want and I fail and you think it's my fault. I don't think so.
I think I wish we have more parents here. One of the things that is lacking now is virtue. Virtue is gently and quietly lacking at homes. See, whatever the Gen Z wants to do, if your approach is not right, then it is not nice. And that is why I said with the two, the Gen Z and the ancestors, must come to a point of understanding. And until we get to that point, things will not work. I tell you.
Okay, so clock it. No, Omuna, clock it.
Umada clock it.
Oh, Umada.
Thank you. So, from what you said about virtue, we would agree a little that it might not be there, but it's still there one way or the other, right? And concerning not agreeing with our parents when they say something, like coming to understand each other, if I'm not mistaken, about certain decision and advice and whatever, we need to understand that. Okay, I will use myself for example, right? There are times that my parents would advise me about certain things, and right now that I'm an adult, I tend to see how good and how valuable their advice has been.
Okay.
But at the same time, being an adult right now, I can decide to take their advice moving forward or just throw it aside and move with my own idea, my own concept and perspective about life and how I want to live my life. And that doesn't mean that we are lacking the virtue. That doesn't mean that we are lacking...
But excuse me, you mentioned that their advice took you to a point.
Yes, to
Okay.
a point,
Okay.
growing up.
Okay.
But now that I'm an adult.
Oh,
and,
no, sorry. So from 27, 29 downward, you are now an adult who is now going to tell somebody that is about 50 that you know your life and you can control your life more than that. Is that what I'm hearing?
I can do that.
Are you saying the parents do not have understanding of the changing times?
Yes, most times they don't. They don't because
Really?
yes, not all parents actually, but most parents don't. The world is revolving, right? And things change, perspective change, knowledge changes. What you think is right before might not be right now. So that's just it.
Okay, this thing is getting serious. Abi is getting seriouser. Okay, so I'll put this, I don't know. If you have any question you want to ask or you want to add something, please, you can raise your hand and then we'll send the mic to you. You want to say something? Okay, please. Push the mic to her. By the way, as someone who recruits, the highest resignation in my office happens to be the Gen Zs. And they always cite mental health. Thank God doctor is here. So maybe we'll have to break down what is this mental health, because we have been on these jobs before they came into the job. And we are still there. And then we take all kinds of insults from our bosses, but they say we can't insult them. They say we can't talk down on them. I'm honestly confused.
Exactly, we deserve respect too, right? You say,
Okay, so who should respect who?
We should respect ourselves. You cannot demand respect when you are not giving respect. You respect me, I will respect you. You respect, it's just like that.
So how do I respect you when I don't understand you? Because you have all the generations, you are fighting with all generations, including the one closest to you, the millennials. So the millennials don't understand you. Your parents don't understand you. Alpha don't understand you. Omega, everybody doesn't understand you. So are you now a confused generation, or you are just an over-expressive generation?
We are not. We just tend to express ourselves the way we feel like it should be.
You feel that you should express yourself even when it is wrong?
No, not like
Or
that.
you are always right?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying, you have to chill, please.
Ah.
What I'm saying.
You have to chill, please.
So what I'm saying is this, right? I'm not saying that we should respect ourselves. We should
Okay, please. One house. Thank you. All right, peace.
The thing is, the older generation think we are always wrong. They tend not to even give us listening ears when we want to say something because they feel like whatever they say, that is it, that is final. Not thinking that we also have our emotions and feelings. We also have what we want to do, where we want to go, how we want to do things. They don't even think about that regardless. So what I'm saying is...
You want to do all these things. Why not go and get your own house? Move out of my house and go and do what you want to do. Go out when you want, come in when you want. But you can't be under my...
Did you leave your father's house when you wanted to do all
Oh,
that?
no, now you chill. Chill. Okay, continue.
Sorry. So that you just have to understand us when we speak. Because you want to be understood about your own decision in our life. We want you to also understand our decisions, like what we want to do too. I know that there are times whereby my Gen Z tend to express themselves maybe in a disrespectful way and all of that.
I think the challenge we are having with the Gen Z generation is the approach. The manner of approach has been rude. Gently, unnoticeably now, being rude is now the top of the town.
Vogue.
Okay, look at, for an example, you told him that he looks good, and he told you thank you. And he's telling you that you look good, and you're telling him, I know.
I know now.
That's rude. That can be rude. That can be rude.
Okay, mommy,
and I think that's the challenge that we are having. The approach and the manner in which you present your points.
Okay, mommy, calm down. I'll put this to mommy and the parents. Doctor, you are here also. Now, is it that this generation are being rude, or our generation do not understand the new trend in communication?
Yes, you don't understand. You don't
Yes,
understand. Most of the parents don't
where
understand.
do we draw the line between what we understand coming from eternity to what they understand moving into the future?
Sir, that's why I mentioned it, that I wish that we have quite a number of parents here. Now we have parents that are schooled. They are schooled, but they are not exposed. Sincerely, any program that we had to me, I always want to be there. Because I want to know. You cannot, as a parent, I'm a parent and a grandmother to be, by the special grace of God, I cannot be using a manual method or a manual approach to attend to a digital matter.
Well, we're in a digital age.
Yes.
Exactly.
But so many parents are still using the manual to attend to the children.
Should the children take responsibility for the parents not moving with the times, or where do we even draw the balance?
I think if I'm to, from my own side, I think parents needs to do a lot of work. Sincerely. The children of these days, they are moving very fast, and the parents are stagnant. So many parents are stagnant, and that's why we are having the challenge. Some parents cannot comprehend the brain of their children. And that's the challenge that we are having. But notwithstanding, the same brain that helped your parents to achieve what they have achieved, not when they were not even up to your age, you should give respect to that.
There's something on your mind. Because, you see, when you look at them, you know that they always have something to say. You have something to say. I put it to you that you have something to say.
Yes, sir. What I have to say is that there should be mutual understanding at all times.
Yes.
I know this content creator on TikTok, Mommy Reina, the way she understands her child the connection is there. Yes, she's a millennial and her child is Gen Z. Her child is just 5. She turned 5. They have this connection, this deep understanding. When Reina does something wrong, her mom will tell her, this thing you did is not wrong. And then she will apologize because you've made it known to her. You've made it understandable that this thing she's doing is not wrong.
We don't have that patience, my sister. You know why? The economy, everything is just on somebody's head. And then you come and then you talk to somebody and then they are looking at you. Even if they don't say anything, we feel disrespected.
Yes.
Is it that we love too much respect? Or we don't understand that what they are doing is another diversion? Borrow me a word. Is another method or approach to respect? Or ego? Ego, right? Yeah, okay.
Actually, the way you guys were raised was very different. Back in the days, we were raised to respect people, your elders, so much. And now, I'm not supporting that Gen Z should be disrespectful. What I'm saying is that the respect should be mutual.
Okay, you guys are demanding for respect.
Okay, let's put this
Mutual
example.
respect.
Okay.
My mom, let's say my mom is shouting at me for something I did wrong. And I'm trying to explain to her that, no, this thing it's not my fault. See what happened. And then she's like, shut up, don't talk when I'm talking. I'm talking back. She does not give me the space to express myself. She does not give me the chance to tell her what's happened. So me now, with my stubbornness, I might just lash out and be disrespectful. Not because I want to be. I do not want to be disrespectful to her. But I feel hurt that I'm allowing her explain and express herself and then she's not doing the same for me.
Okay, so to the audience, please. Somebody raised her hand earlier. Can we have her? Okay, so we're going to take 1, Ola, Oni, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5. We wrap up. Please make it very brief. Let me take it this way, then the other way. Miss Oni, please come over. Go ahead.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so I'll be speaking from the standpoint of someone who is in between a millennial and Gen Z, right? So now, first thing I want to talk about is influence. Millennials will think in a certain way because the influences we had around our lives are totally very different, but very similar, right, to the Gen Zs. Let me give an example. Now, I'm surprised you mentioned what you mentioned, what's happening in your workplace. I'm presently consulting for an organization in Abuja, and the project manager major problem is Gen Z's resigning because of mental health. And he just cannot understand why. Because based for him, he has provided everything essential for them to work well. And that's because a lot of Gen Zs found it more easy growing up. They had it easier. I mean, my kids go to school in a car. I never really went to school in a car. I jumped buses in Lagos as from the age of 11, 12. My daughter is 11 now. And she wants to try, but I won't even let her try. Why? Because I also already have that influence that life should be better for them, right? So I've talked about influence. Mommy talked about the way we see things, perspective, and approach to things. Yes, that's really also a major issue. I think if the Gen Zs can understand the way millennials think, or the way ancestors think, and the other way around too, it will really be able to bring about a balance. But let me wrap this up by saying this here. Let's understand one thing. We're all moving forward, right? The effect of social media is a major factor influencing a lot of the bad habits of Gen Zs. Let me give an example. If you look at the royal family, now I'm wrapping this up now.
Okay.
If you look at the royal family in England, There is a structure that is being followed. Until today, it will not change. But media has projected some certain things, and we feel, especially we in the global south, feel that's the new normal. When you go there, you will find out it is not.
I think, again, one of the things that the Gen Zs do not like is we're being judgmental. You already wrapped up trying to say their problems and not our problems. Let's take the next person, please. We're running out of time already.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, I want to say something based on what she said about changing times. Many of us have parents that are unschooled and very ignorant about this digital era. For example, I have a dad that still believes that posting online is, when you post online, you're a prostitute. He just have that mentality.
Is a what?
He just have this mentality. It's only prostitutes that post their pictures online.
Only prostitutes post their pictures online. Okay.
Once your picture is online, you are wild. So imagine having that kind of father, and all of a sudden he sees your picture online. The next thing is, Hurrako, what are you doing? Like that kind of thing. He lashes out. Do you understand? So I think this is the kind of problem we are having. Now we are in this digital era that everything we are doing is possibly online. You want to school? Online. You want a progressive business? Is online. Whereas when you have parents that think that these things doesn't work that way, they are still backwards. Like we have this problem, there's been this constant problem between you and them. So most of the times I had to take down my pictures, take down my contents because I want to please my dad. And if you're not doing it that way, you are disrespecting him. And there's nothing you say in this life that will correct that mentality. That's one. Another thing is, she also talked about you wanting to do what you have passion for and your parents going against it. I think parents has failed to some extent in parenting. Now let's talk about this. I'm an educationist, and I was telling one of my colleagues that I want to have a child tomorrow that will take that profession, that will go into education. But now, how do we inculcate this passion to these children when they are still young? You start from when they are still young, to give them this passion, the line you want them to take. I want you to be a medical doctor. You give them that passion when they are still young. Not when they have grown. They cannot make decisions for themselves. They have developed some passions to go into some field in life, and you want to force them into taking your own.
All right, wrap up your thoughts.
So
Thank you. Thank you. Imagine when you have a conservative father like mine, and you are a content creator like her. My brother, you're already in soup. Let's move to the next person.
That's why I said so many parents need exposure. So many parents are not exposed, and that is where this matter of understanding comes in. Except the parents understand and the children to understand and come to that point, things will not work. Things will get going like this. And please, Pastor Tayo mentioned influence. I want to plead to you, if you will be influenced positively, not negatively. Please.
But again, positivity and negativity, I think in this context, when you are dealing with Gen Zs, to me, I think it's relative.
Yes.
Because we just don't seem to understand each other's language. So what if what you think is positive,
yes,
they think is negative, and vice versa? Where do we find the balance? Now, as we are wrapping up, where do we really find the balance?
Sincerely, sir, the matter of education cannot be played with. No matter your age, no matter your gender, I believe education. Everybody should see. We should not limit education. Even when you are a prof, there is still room for more. The day or the moment you stop getting knowledge, that's when you start dying. And you know what? Things are changing. Things are changing day by day. Televisions have changed. Screens are changing. Phones are changing. We have iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now we have which one? Now we have.
It be like say, mommy, don't join them. But in any case, you could see that.
Somehow, because I have teenagers. 2 of my daughters are already working. The third one has graduated. The last born of the family is still in the university. So I'm dealing with, it's a practical matter. And that's why I think I have understanding of what you are talking about. The way they hi, mom, say, you know, I dare not do that to my mom. Hi, mom, say, Azal now.
Asasana. Hi, mom.
If I'm to greet my mom, I go down on my knees. Good morning, mommy. Good morning, daddy. But now, when I return,
Mommy, high five.
When I return back home from because I'm also a businesswoman. When I returned back home yesterday, my last born is at home on break. He came to the car and kissed me. Mom, I love you. Those are our time. Who born you?
Okay, we're wrapping up.
So things are changing, and until parents get to that knowledge, things will not work.
I wish we could continue, but we obviously can't. Doctor, is this a psychological problem or a generational shift that we don't seem to understand to communicate? Because doctor is a psychologist. She understands this temperament. She understands this generation. Is it a psychological problem, ideological problem, or just a generational higi-haga?
Thank you very much for that question. Actually, it's a generational shift. But I will put it to you that I studied psychology in 2012. But years later, around 2015, we were called back to do a session, another course on Gen Z specifically. Because there are personality changes, their personalities are different, their behaviors are different, and we needed to understand that if we are to help them to process and if we are to understand them. So, mommy, I agree completely with you. We need to understand them more, but it's not a psychological problem. It's
all
more
right.
of a generational
Okay, I'm at peace now. I'm at peace.
Sir, it's a generational shift. Let me tell the parents that if you refuse to be updated, you'll be outdated. And that is what is happening. Yes.
Okay, so this is how we wrap it up. What if we do a session, or you go home, and then we ask parents that parents should sit down for Gen Zs to advise them? Peace, what do you think? No,
most times when...
So we have been advising them. Can't they advise us? I remember Obasanjo said on live TV one time, even my advice, I advised them. What do you think?
We can, because I remember one time that I had to make my parents sit just to talk to them because of certain issues, and I had to Mom, Dad, I had to explain to them in a way that they would understand. So this has to do with the way you understand the other generation, the way you understand your parents. There are different ways whereby you talk to an adult and they will listen to you. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be condescending. You don't have to be...
Now you are talking.
No, wait now, mommy. So you don't have to be that. So I'm trying to answer his question, right? So we can sit our parents down sometimes and talk to them. In as much as they would disagree with us first, but trust me, they are listening to you. Like heads up, they are listening to you.
It's not every parent can sit down, no?
Even if they won't sit down, there's a way that you will talk to your parents sometimes. Mommy, this thing you are doing is not good. They'll tell you, and what do you know? What do you know? They are listening to you. They might even sit sometimes and ask them. I'm speaking from my own side, from my parents, right? So they might even sit and ask themselves that, oh, this is what I did, it's wrong. Sometimes my parents apologize to me and my siblings when they do something that we don't like. And we talk to them when they do something that we don't like. So it depends on how you approach them, the way you talk to them. And sometimes the adults tend to not understand something. Once they are trying to advise us and then they start the conversation with in our time, that's where we stop listening. So you just have to learn to talk to us too in a way that we're going to understand you.
So we shouldn't make reference during our days.
Please don't.
They are not in your time. They are in their own time.
And then another thing that they tend to misunderstand is that they tend to tell us that, oh, in our time, this is how we did this and that for us to get here. This is how we did that. we are different generations. There is a way we do our things in this generation, and there is a way you do your things in your generation. You tend to endure too much, and then you think that's a path to success. And we don't believe that. There are things that we cannot do because we just cannot do it. But there are things that you did because you felt like, or you feel like that's the right way to go.
Sir, let me ask her a question. I noticed that during our time, suicide was not common. Suicide was not common. Pastor Tayo mentioned it that he follows bus to school. We could endure. Our shock absorber was strong. But now, there is knowledge, but there is no endurance. A boy failed JAMB, and because of that, he committed suicide. Then what are we talking about?
Mommy, did you think he just committed suicide, or he knew what the parents would do to him?
Exactly.
Or with
Some
him?
parents will beat you up because you failed something. So maybe that's the reason.
It could be that the boy will just say, they will kill me today. Let me kuku kill myself.
Let us clap for them.
All right.
Clock it.
The thing know they fit yourself. All right, so thank you very much. You've been an amazing audience. In 30 seconds, what's your advice to parents here?
My advice is not really to parents, but to everybody here. There's something I wrote down when the whole session was going on. I wrote, purpose gives us direction. Entrepreneurship teaches us to create value. Leadership reminds us that influence is service. And innovation challenges us to think beyond what has always been. And when these four come together, generations don't compete, they collaborate. So in everything, let's tend to understand each other.
All right, so she just graduated Theatre and Performing Arts, BUK, and she's a poet. Thank you very much, please.
All right.
Clock it. What?
I think parents and both their children, they need patience, they need understanding, and they both need to give each other the channel to communicate, to express themselves. Imagine a child bottling so much anger, going through so much trauma, and not being able to express themselves because the parent is going to shout at them, the parent is going to shut them up. And then they pass that trauma to their children. That's what we call generational trauma. They'll be trauma dumping on their children.
Trauma dumping?
Yes. The dumping, because my mom will say, she did not do this thing with her mother. During their day, she did not talk back at her mother. I'm trying to let her know, I'm not trying to talk back at you. I'm expressing myself. But you are not seeing it that way because during your time, you did not express yourself because your mom said the same thing. I did not talk to my mother like this. So everything, you guys are building this thing up. I think you should stop. Understand each other and be patient.
She said, I think you stop. She's looking into my eyes like, I'm warning you. Final word, beautiful Male.
I think she has mentioned what is in my mind. The issue of understanding. Let parents understand their children. Let children understand their parents. Number two, let education continue. Let education learn from online. Learn from gatherings like this. Learn from either from the mosque or from the church. Let there be a learning atmosphere for both the parents and the children, and let patience reign. Let patience reign, and I love peace also. Let us value our peace. Always create an atmosphere of peace at home and at outside, and I bet you things will be all right. Can we clock it?
All right, thank you very much. Ali B, thank you. Over to you.
So, I don't initiate mommy. Mommy, don't they clock it? Please, can we appreciate them, please? Please, can we appreciate our mommy? Mommy, clock it. Oh, God. This Gen Z is nothing when I know go make elderly people they do. When the famous actress, Nollywood actress, Regina Daniel, started having issue with her husband, her forefather. No be smart, you know. The first video she did, I watched it. I think it was about 5 minutes or so. You will not understand anything that girl was saying. She'll just talk small. She'll say, right? And that's on period, right? And that's, I say, what till you did talk? You understand? But I think mommy put it well when she said, parents need to find a balance. Because trust me, if you don't, if, like mommy said, if you are not informed, if you are not current, they will leave you behind. And you'd always just have issues with the children. Now we're even complaining about the Gen Zs. The ones coming after them, my son, listen, my son is 7 years old. For every decision I take in my house that I pay for, I have to explain to him why, yes. And I don't do it because he asks me to explain to him why I am doing this particular thing like this. And I sit him down and I explain it to him. Sometimes when he feels like I love his sister more, he tells me that he doesn't like the way I'm, and then I have to explain to him that, look, this girl is just, she's still small. So yeah, so, oh God. So parents, we have a lot of work to do, but it is not always that these ones are stubborn. No, it is that we need to find a balance. If I knew this was what we wanted to discuss, I would have given you guys time before now. So that because this thing needs like 4 hours. This is not something you can do in 1 hour. This is because it's a conversation that needs to be had. Because we keep having this issue. The other day I was watching one movie where somebody from our generation got married to a Gen Z. Now the girl always wanted to do content. Everything, when they're eating, she would do video and post. When they want to go and take their bath, she would do. The guy said, not be so me, they understand. You understand? Until at the end of the movie, he had to understand his wife. She also had to, and then they had to reach a compromise. So please, can we celebrate all of them again one more time?